Brothers, I'm sure by now most of you have heard that Emiru was sexually assaulted at TwitchCon 2025. And the video is going viral and everyone's talking about it, including myself. I've already done a video. But there are a couple things that I want to go over that I didn't cover as in depth as I would have liked in my first video. First of all, women, if you're at TwitchCon, I would recommend going home. You are not safe. This platform is run by a bunch of perverts and deviants and retards, a bunch of left-wing degenerate scumbags like Dan Clancy and others that do not value your safety. And that may be a little bit hyperbolic to some of you, but it's not. It's an accurate representation of the situation. Dan Clancy can't even manage the website online. How do you think he's going to manage an event in person? This platform and its reputation have taken an absolute ass pounding. Emiru could be dead right now. All because they banned her bodyguard and the security was fucking embarrassing. Shocking even. This was Twitch's opportunity to say, world, we got this. All the people that were concerned, Valkyrie and all these other women streamers, all of them who didn't go because of safety concerns, this was Twitch's chance to say, no, we got this. And to have more security and have it be stricter than ever. Instead, within 3 hours of the show starting, Emiru gets sexually assaulted. And we're going to talk about this guy here. I made this tweet that went a little bit viral. People were commenting on this. This guy with the blue hair, who I imagine is a Redditor atheist, somebody who will debunk, I'm going to debunk all the misogynists. Emiru is getting sexually assaulted right in front of him. This guy pretends not to notice and just stands there. Just wait till I get back to Reddit. I'm going to let this guy sexually assaulting Emiru in front of me really have it. Yeah. Absolutely. The situation isn't funny, but I do find that funny. That this guy is literally sitting there as Emiru is getting sexually assaulted and this guy does nothing. Some people have said, oh, come on, you can't, you're fucking wrong. You absolutely can expect somebody in this position to do something. You can expect this person to interfere between the little, and I mean very little woman, and this fucking lumbering oaf. But this is a fat, degenerate, soy-infused neckbeard that's got blue hair, and I'm virtue signaling for all the right causes. And yet, in that moment, he does fucking nothing. Yeah, I think absolutely you can excoriate this guy and make fun of him while also saying that Twitch security should have been, double, triple. They should have been aware at the very least. They should have been aware. But yeah, it's absolutely disgraceful that this guy just sat there like nothing was happening as a sexual assault is going on right in front of him. Some people will make excuses for this, but it's only because they're covering their own ass because they realize in this position they would have done the same thing because they're weak, inferior cowards. They're fucking pathetic. But let me play the video of this event just so that you really understand how terrifying this is. And just so you understand how close Emiru came to dying. People were talking about this guy potentially having like a knife or something. Like, this is scary shit. And look at how much time he has with Emiru. Look at how much time. About 4 seconds. If you're looking at this from the time he gets in contact with her, like I'd say right here, I'd say about right here is the moment where if he wanted to kill her, if he wanted to cut her, if he wanted to stab her, he could. Where is security between these two people? Like, look at him. He goes up and she has no idea what's going on. I've gone over this, but this is absolutely fucking egregious. Absolutely fucking egregious. From this moment right here, if he had wanted to cut her, if he had wanted to stab her, he would have had access. If he had wanted to really go in and gripe her, he could. This is just so egregious. He had like 4 seconds before he's pushed off her, and she nearly falls backwards, hurting herself on the concrete. Like, this is so bad. I think this is even worse than people are making it out to be. Like, this is terrible. Oh, by the way, last I heard, the guy was not arrested. The guy basically got away. And here's a little bit of an update. Now, if you know me and you know my content, I don't like Extra Emily. I don't like Cinna. I don't like Pokimane. I don't like a lot of these girls. But here's the differentiation. Here's the difference between somebody like me and somebody like Hassan. I cannot like your content. I cannot like your behavior. I cannot like your attitude. I mean, I can pretty much think that you're a waste of time. But you don't deserve to be sexually assaulted or accosted or abused or humiliated in public like this. You don't deserve any of what Emiru went through. So while I may criticize these women from time to time when they do and say things that are absolutely fucking stupid, I can sit here before you and tell you what happened to them, or really what happened to Emiru, is absolutely disgusting. And apparently, Twitch didn't give a shit.
So I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff, but in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
I genuinely don't understand why guys would do this. I mean, on some level, I do. They're fucking pathetic. They're detached from reality. They've probably been given Pokimane or, Emiru or Extra Emily or Cinna. They've been giving them all this money, and they think they have some kind of connection. But that's so fucking pathetic. That's so fucking pathetic. Oh my God. That is so fucking pathetic. Oh my God. You think this girl that you've never met, but you've been giving money hand over fist to, most likely, that she's going to be interested in you? Get the fuck out of here. Women, you need to stay away from Twitch and stay away from TwitchCon. This company does not value your safety. These people can't ensure your safety. And, the thing is, I don't really trust any of these women with a firearm. They don't seem serious enough or competent enough in a lot of cases. I think Emiru is the exception here. I would definitely not trust Extra Emily with a firearm. I've seen the video of her with Mizkif. But the reality is that there needs to be some kind of way for these women to be able to fight off a guy. Like in the case of Emiru, the guy was probably 200 pounds heavier than her. The guy was several inches taller than her. Several inches, like he was like about a foot or so taller. He hovered over her. He was huge. It was like something out of like an ugly bastard doujin, like some ugly bastard coming up on some, some very petite, small girl. It's just fucking egregious. And according to this, apparently the guy got away. How the fuck does the guy get away? How do you not tackle him to the ground? How do you not keep him there until the police arrive? Maybe it's that they were afraid of losing their job. They were afraid of being banned. I don't know. But it's egregious. It's so unacceptable. And I had to do a follow-up video. I had to do a follow-up video because this was something that was fucking predicted weeks ago by Tectone and Asmongold. They said, women, don't go. You're not safe. But Twitch is like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Because Twitch only cares about clout and money. By the way, in my previous video, I went over some of the other incidents that happened in prior years. 2022. You remember Adriana Chechik? Was her name Chechik? Who broke her back in the ball pit? Or it was the foam pit? Twitch is not a serious platform. It's run by a bunch of perverted homunculus freaks that do not have the testicular fortitude or business acumen to run this website properly. And Dan Clancy needs to resign. And the Twitch moderation team, the entire floor needs to be purged and resign. All these people need to be taken out back by Amazon. All of them. Every one of them. They need to come in with a fresh team, a team that's serious, that's going to it's going to treat the brand as a serious contender in a very, very lucrative but very competitive space. Now, Twitch has the brand recognition, but at this point, Dan Clancy is running it into the fucking ground. Here's what you do. First of all, you need to triple security at this event. Second of all, you need to fire Dan Clancy. That guy's got to go. You also need to fire the entire board, the entire executive structure of Twitch. You need to bring in people that know this particular field and are going to be able to run it and manage it correctly. Maybe, maybe bring in somebody like Elon Musk. Maybe Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk can clasp hands together and say, we're going to fix Twitch. I'm sure Elon would, by the way. I don't think Jeff Bezos would ask him, but I bet you Elon would. Honestly, and I know this is going to seem strange to some of you, I would ask Asmongold if he would consult. I would say, hey, Asmon, look, we're going through a tough time. Dan Clancy's about to get fired. We need you to consult on certain business things. There's some things that I wouldn't take Asmongold's advice on, like you need to ban Hassan. Asmon would probably say, well, we don't need to ban Hassan. No, you need to ban Hassan, you need to ban Frogan, you need to ban Denims, you need to ban Mike from PA. These people have committed crimes on your platform. You need to ban each and every one of them. And the ban needs to be permanent, not just a day, not just a week, not just a month. It needs to be a permanent ban. On top of that, you need to put an emphasis back on gaming. I think that's a bare minimum. But what a failure! What a complete and total embarrassment! And you put these women at risk all because you don't give a shit. Dan Clancy doesn't give a shit. If he did, he wouldn't have so many fuck-ups year over year. And the reality is that Dan Clancy is a failure as a man. He's a failure as a business owner. He's a failure as a leader. I mean, just look at this. Why wasn't security there? And what does it say about all these fucking virtue signalers when this guy who's probably on Reddit talking about, oh, guys, these misogynists, we have to defeat them. A guy is literally sexually assaulting this girl in front of you and you do fucking nothing. Yeah, I'm not blaming the guy entirely, all right? I'm not blaming him entirely. In fact, I'm not blaming him for this at all. I'm just calling him out. Because yes, this guy should have done something. That's a bare minimum. When you see a girl getting sexually assaulted in front of you, you fucking do something. Anyway, that'll do it, brothers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.